Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Dave Collins in studio. And Dave, we talked a lot about the NFC there, especially with that NFC East. The AFC, we switch over. The Raiders and the Patriots, clearly the two best teams. Right now, the Raiders actually are the number one seed based on the tie-breaking scenarios. What do you think? Do you still think the Patriots are the best seed? Do you think that the Raiders have a chance of getting that number one seed?
I've talked to a lot of Patriots fans, and they're still worried about the defense. They're still going back to the Jamie Collins incident, and now you've got other players that got busted for weed this past week.
Yep, not good.
Bill Belichick, he seems to thrive on controversy, but is this the right time, and is this the right side of the ball that you want controversy on? They had a problem in defense already in the beginning of the season. Collins gets pushed away. He gets shipped out to Cleveland. Now you're losing other defensive players. I still like the Patriots as of right now. I think the big test for Oakland is going to come down in the final weeks of the season too.
Right.
That AFC West, we talked about it last segment. That's the best division. They're still going to have to play, Denver and Kansas City. And what happens? Do the Raiders finally feel a little bit too cocky going into late December with those other AFC West opponents?
And they've never been there before in the sense that they're leading the division or playing really well.
This was a team that was supposed to move to Las Vegas, right?
Yeah,
and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, Cinderella story comes out of nowhere, but can they sustain that? Does the slipper still fit around Christmas time for Oakland?
Yeah, and I think that the Patriots are still the best team in the AFC, but the Raiders are right there, and that defense, as you mentioned, it needs to get some things figured out. That pass defense, it can't stay in the zone when the rush isn't there, and that's the problem I really think with the Jamie Collins. They don't have that rush. They don't have the defender who can play as a drop back linebacker like Collins can do. They don't have that playmaker on defense. Remember Teddy Bruschi when he was on the team? Ted Johnson. Those were playmakers. They could do it.
They don't have
that.
They don't have a linebacker or a secondary player right now that can blitz and flush the quarterback out of the pocket and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable from the get-go, from the very first snap. There's nothing there.
And also that same player drop back in coverage when needed. And that's and you wonder if this whole thing that happened in the locker room, and not saying Jamie Collins had anything to do with weed or anything, but you wonder, there's got to be more going on there. I still think. I don't think Belichick just giving players away.
I don't either. But you know what? He was right to cut Hernandez, obviously, and we all know about that. He knows when to get rid of problems.
Right. Let's be clear, I'm not accusing Jamie Collins of
doing what he did,
doing anything illegal.
But all of a sudden, look what happens now. But see, it will all come out at the end of the season. And win or lose at the end of the season, whether the Patriots make it to the AFC Championship game, to the Super Bowl, I'm sure that we will find out the real reason why Bill Belichick let Jamie Collins go out to Cleveland and disciplinary factors for the rest of the team.
Okay, so getting back to the two teams at the top, do the Patriots need home field advantage? Because we've seen them struggle on the road in the playoffs.
Especially if they have to go out west to either Denver, maybe Kansas City, or maybe Oakland. You do not want to go out there. Obviously, it's going to be nice weather if you do go to Oakland for the most part, maybe some rain. You got to go to Denver, you got to go to Kansas City on the road, maybe even Baltimore. That just throws Belichick for a loop.
Yeah, and I still think they're okay right now because the tiebreaker right now, how it goes is because of common opponents and stuff like that. The Raiders haven't played the same number of teams as the Patriots have. They both have 3 road divisional games left. So if you're a team in the NFL, who would you rather play on the road? The Dolphins, the Jets, and the Bills, or the Dolphins, Jets on the road in 2 division, or the Raiders have to go and play Kansas City, Denver, and San Diego. So I think the Raiders will take a step back, maybe half a step.
I do too. I do too because of the Denver Kansas City factor.
I think Patriots 13-3. If we're sitting here today, Oakland 12-4.
All depends on what happens in the last game of the season. If it means anything to anybody.
Well, we've seen it mean something before, and Belichick still sits the players. That game is in Miami again.
Oh, I know. Thanks. I can thank Belichick for that last season while the Jets didn't make the playoffs. I mean, part of it's because they couldn't beat Pittsburgh, but the other part was Patriots didn't get it done for the Jets in the last day.
And getting into your Jets, if we can still call them your Jets, at home
for now.
On Sunday. It was flexed out of the Sunday night game. It's going to be a 4:30 game. 8-point underdogs. We'll get to our picks later, but I mean, no Gronk probably for the Patriots, it looks like, as of right now.
Doesn't matter. But I'll say this. If the Patriots come to MetLife Stadium this Sunday at 4:25 and blow the snot out of the Jets, okay, wait till that end of the game season. It's on Christmas Eve up in Foxborough. I think the Jets can get a win against the Patriots, whether it's this game coming up or the game, I believe it's on Christmas Eve up in Foxborough.
Yes,
don't count them out, because if they get blown out this Sunday, they'll have a revenge factor. There'll be nothing to play for, but no playoff spot, but still they want to stick it to the Patriots on December 24th.
Who starts on Sunday?
Oh, it's Fitzpatrick. He's
Yep,
been named the
he's
quarterback.
back and ready to go.
I don't want him. I don't care. I couldn't care less. Throw Pennington in there. Throw somebody. Let's see who starts on December 24th for the Jets when they have to go up to Foxborough to play the Patriots.
Right, that's going to be the big one. So hopefully hopefully for the Patriots' sake, my sake, that the Patriots can get the victory. It might be closer than people think. It always has a way. These Patriots-Jets games.
If not this one, like I said, December 24th.
Right, exactly. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll switch over to the college ranks and also do some local wrap-up of Dartmouth football and soccer when we come back. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.